Hello, book besties.
I'm Albie.
And I'm Nikki,
Welcome to Backstage with the Book Babes.
where we spill the tea on the secret lives of your favorite romance authors.
We've got an amazing author with us today who writes contemporary romance inspired by Shakespearean retellings. So we're super excited to introduce her to you. But first, what have you been up to, Nikki?
Well, I just got back from the cottage, which I was talking about on the last episode we recorded. So Simon, my cat, was super excited to have me home. And it feels kind of like the holidays are over, getting back into, the routine. And I got my book back from the editor, so I got to dig into that. And that's what I got going on. How about you?
Finishing up my book to send to the editor, and currently in the process of rescuing this little guy. His name's Alistair, so you might see him in my shot today. He is going to be rehomed hopefully in the next week or two. So, yeah.
He's such a friendly boy. I love it.
He's very so dapper. If he is a boy, we're going to find out tomorrow.
Okay. When you take him to the vet. Nice. Amazing.
Exactly. Oh, man.
Super cute.
So that's what's going on with us. But now we're very excited to introduce you to Nuhaa Bardien, book babe. Welcome to you, Nuhaa.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
We're so glad to have you on with us today. I was really intrigued by your Shakespeare retellings. So you write romance books, but they're retellings of Shakespeare's works, which are mostly tragedies. So I'm wondering how you adapt those to romance and rom-coms and how that works out for you.
So basically, it's taking the drama of the Shakespearean plays, but with the happily ever after and no dying. No one's dying and no one's being murdered.
Good.
That's good in romance, unless maybe you're writing dark or something.
Unless you're writing something a little darker. No, mine is quite light. It's got a bit of some family drama, but nothing too serious.
Nice.
That's good. Sometimes that's what we need. We just need something light
Just
and fun and happy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what is it that the idea comes first for you when you're writing a book, or is it like, do you see a character or a scene, or do you pick which play that you're gonna get inspired by, or how does that work?
So the first two books are the ones that are based on the plays. It actually came to me as a dream. It was an entirely different story. That draft is somewhere in my files. But along the way, I think the actual story that I published was maybe the fourth version of it, and it changed along the way. And the idea of having this reimagined Shakespeare tragedy, but with happily ever after, just came to me. So the first book is inspired by Romeo and Juliet. So that's kind of just like, star-crossed love and these two people that just want to be together, but their families kind of keep them apart. Love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The second one is the Taming of the Shrew, reimagined. And that's just kind of two people finding themselves as they also have found each other, and how their personalities before they were together kind of adjust so that they work with each other because they're kind of polar opposites. So the idea wasn't initially to be based on the Shakespearean play, but it kind of just fell into that way. I love adaptations. I love remakes. So it felt right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's
I love
awesome.
that. And Taming of the Shrew definitely has those kind of enemies to lovers vibes, right? Yeah. So which is fun, especially in like a rom-com.
It's so
you can
fun
say that Queen Mav has been with you. She came to you in your dream.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's great inspiration.
It is.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
So your blurbs sound adorable. We love that.
Thank you.
You said they were have kind of like 2000s rom-com vibes. Is that what you said in your list as well?
Yes. So I love 2000s rom-coms. I still watch them and rewatch them. So while I'm writing, I kind of love that the scenes feel like that. And I've been told by people that it does feel that way. So I'm like, that's perfect. That's what I wanted.
Oh, well, those are definitely some of my favorites too, so I love that. But then,
so good.
If they're cute and adorable, but how spicy are they?
So I would say, I guess the spice ranking differs for so many people, but
Mhm.
I would say book 1 is maybe 2.5. It's more passionate and romantic. Book
Mhm.
2 maybe 3, maybe
Yeah.
4. Um, they're a bit more explorative, and like the intimate scenes are a big focus for the female main character. So that is a bit spicier.
Are they written in
Okay.
dual POV or single POV?
Dual POV.
Okay, perfect.
It has a weakness for me. Sometimes I really just want like dual POV. I want to see
Yeah.
everything he's thinking.
Mhm.
I want to
Me too.
know what he's feeling and thinking and how he thinks about her.
Yes.
It's so good.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh
Yep.
man, that's so cool. Now, your book covers they're illustrated covers, right? Or
Yes.
so how did you decide to do illustrated versus like the man chests and
I
that sort of thing?
I think when I first published, that was 2024.
Mhm.
The illustrated covers were already a big thing, and I love illustrated covers. I think they're so cute, and also just to see so many great artists and their work.
Mhm.
I really love that, and I feel it fits the contemporary romance quite well, especially this
Yeah.
specific series of mine. I think it really leans into it, which is great. So people see it and immediately are like, "Oh, this is kind of Romeo and Juliet-esque."
Yeah.
And
That's
the
cool.
illustrator that did my work, I loved her art, and so I was like, "Please make my cover."
And then did you have her do I'm assuming that her, I apologize. Did you have your cover designer do like the whole series at once, or are you doing like one book at a time?
No, so it was one book at a time. She's amazing. She did it because I had a very short timeline, and she worked so quickly and so like well. And I just showed her this like 5 images that were my inspiration. I was like, go ahead, do what you need to do. And she did such a great job. I barely had any notes, and the process was so easy. And I just loved the way that she works. So I was like, I kind of give you creative liberties. It's fine.
Yeah,
So she's done those
I love
2.
that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's good. I'm the same way with my graphic design, my cover designer. I'm
Mhm.
like, yeah, so it's they're gamers and there's 5
Yeah.
of them. Good luck.
Do what
know?
that what you will.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm either the best to work with or the worst to work with. It's one of the two.
Okay,
I
yeah,
feel like
because
I'm kind of like
we
that
are
too. Yeah.
yeah, we
Don't
are the
really know
authors.
what I want, right? You're
We
the
are
designer.
writing
Tell me.
we're writing the work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But
So has your artist done any other work for you? I saw that you were doing book boxes, which is super cool. I know
It's so
readers like
fun.
are big fans of those.
I love the book boxes. So she's done a fan art for me of the couple of my second book. It's somewhere on my Instagram.
Oh,
I can
nice.
send it to you as well. It's one of my favorites. I love it so much.
yeah.
And she helped me with the cover for my Christmas novella. Because I did that, and I kind of consulted with her. I was like, "Does this look right to you?" And she's like, "Can you just send me the link to your Canva file?"
Nice. Let me fix
She's
that
like-
for you.
She's like,
Yeah.
those letters are too far apart.
Amazing.
So she helped me with
Oh
it.
my
Nice.
That was fun.
Yeah. I always think that's funny when we're trying to like do what the
Yeah.
like the cover designer can do so easily, and like I would made a graphic once and I showed it to a friend and she's like, "What are you trying to do?"
Oh no.
I don't even know.
She's like,
Oh my God, just
this
fix
doesn't
it."
make sense.
Yeah. So I'm really impressed that you were able to like even like begin to do that. I mean, obviously we all need help, but like I'm just so
Seriously.
impressed.
No,
I
I
do
know. I
love,
spend like sometimes I spend like
playing
an hour
around
and a
with it.
half making a graphic for something, and I'm like, why? Why did I just spend this much time
No, exactly.
doing this? Not my forte. That's for sure.
No. So for your character art,
Mhm.
how can readers get one? Like if they wanted
Oh,
to get like a character art postcard or something from you,
the
Or the
thing
book
with
boxes, right?
or the
South
book
Africa
boxes.
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
we
Okay, fly
are
to South Africa and then you can
yeah.
get one.
Shipping from South Africa internationally can be firstly pricey and then also difficult, especially with our postal service. It's become a kind of a running joke that our postal service is really bad, which is very funny because my first book, they are in South Africa for some part of the book, and they write letters to each other, and it was a bit of like a little nod to the postal service
That's so
because
cool.
people were like, she wouldn't have gotten his letters. And I was like, this
Pretty
is
funny.
fiction.
Exactly. You can take some creative liberties. So do
Yeah.
your books
Yeah.
do take place in South Africa?
Just the first one, part of it takes place in South Africa, but the rest of them are all in London.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Did you travel to London to do all that research or?
My sister actually stays in the UK.
Oh, cool.
So I had her kind of just check these things for me. But I wanted something that was similar, especially in terms of the grammar and the punctuation being British English. So that's what I wanted. And also just a city that is a bit more known than like Cape Town, because
For sure.
it
Yeah.
can be a bit confusing for a lot of people, especially international readers. So I wanted something that was a bit more essential and known. And I was comfortable with that. So that was why I did that.
Nice. So you do
Yeah.
use the British
Yes.
punctuation and
Yes.
everything. So I'm in
Yeah.
Canada and we
Yes.
use mostly British
Yes. The
English and
same.
stuff, but
Yeah.
the majority of my market is still the US. So I do use, and
Yeah.
my first series takes place in the US. So I do use the
Okay.
US punctuation and grammar and everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of a
That's
choice
great.
though. And you can do what you want, right?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing. It's so fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you have like is there a difference though between like with South Africa and England, like some of the slang or some of the cultural phrases that you
Yes.
use?
Definitely.
Yeah.
South Africa had, because of it's so mixed. We have a lot of local phrases. There's even differences between like Cape Town and Johannesburg, depending on where you are in South Africa. Because of the mixture between like the Afrikaans and English, there's a lot of slang. But there's quite a few things in the UK, but I didn't really use a lot of slang in the book because it was kind of vague London area. I didn't want to kind of focus too much on the different like sections.
Would rather focus on the characters.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
people.
because then it gets a bit too messy and confusing. So I just kind of just focused broadly.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you have an
Yeah, sounds-
editor who like checks things for you if you do use anything like London words?
Yes,
or
yes.
things
So
like that?
I have two people that check for consistencies with regard to like the cultures and the UK and places as well. And then I have editors that work on the actual punctuation and grammar and things. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great
That's
to have a good
'cause-
solid team behind you, right?
It is. It is. It's really great. It makes such a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, good.
So, in terms of the writing part as well, what's something, because when you get really deep in the writing, it can get really exhausting and you can get really intense.
Yes.
So, what's something that brings you joy or gives you a little bit of a break when you're really deep in writing?
I sew sometimes.
Oh, cool. What do you sew? Like over like a
Um,
sewing machine or by hand?
Yeah, sewing machine. I
Okay.
started making stuff for myself, and then I started making things for friends, and that's just kind of how it's gone. So I'll either alter stuff I have or make something new. It's just so fun. It's so fun to start something from like fabric and make a garment. And then I also like to play online games.
Oh, nice. That's fun.
Yeah.
I play games.
Yeah.
What type of gaming
What
do
do you
you
play?
do?
So I play Stardew Valley.
I love Stardew. Yes.
It's so good. I actually had
Yeah.
to stop myself at one point because I was like, you need to finish your book. You need to stop playing the game.
Yeah. That's the
That's
hard
why I
thing.
can't
is
play
like,
online
yeah.
games.
yeah. Oh my gosh. I love any cozy gaming. Like I do like tiny bookshop. I watch a lot of Stardew.
Cute.
I watched Luma Valley. Like I'm just all about it.
I love
So,
that.
yeah. Exactly. And I wish I could sew, but I do more cross stitching.
Ooh,
I do
okay.
some
My
sewing.
mom, my mom does the cross stitching.
Yeah.
I have
but
a
that's
sewing
hard too,
machine
'cause,
and
like,
I've made some bags and things. I've never made like clothes, but I do
that's
like
quite
to
an
sew.
easy thing to do, though.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love sewing a
Yeah.
tote bag.
Yes. So
Oh my
good.
So nice.
And it's
Yeah.
satisfying because then you can use it. I love it.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
perfect.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
play
I
some
love
games with
that.
my son as well. He loves Crash Bandicoot, and I loved that as a kid. So we play that together. That's been quite fun.
It's nice you could share that.
That's
Yeah,
awesome. Oh.
it is quite fun.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh. Now for your writing, you were talking earlier about the mail. Do you have any like fun
Yes.
stories about like a real life situation that inspired either one of your books or a scene
Ooh.
or a character?
That's such a good question. I will say, people have always asked me if my characters are based on real people, and they are kind of inspired by so many pieces of people. I like to include little bits of like the people in my life into the characters, and sometimes I'll tell them about it, or I'll just hope that they see it.
That's nice.
But it's like a mosaic of people that I've met or know or love, and they all kind of just together. I think I told someone if we aren't friends anymore, or if like there's bad blood between us, then they should watch out because I might write them into my book.
Yes. Yeah. You can have like a bad guy named after them.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
I've
I
definitely
love
done that based on someone who
I think
treated me badly at work, you know?
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. I have an idea for another story, and one of the bad characters is based on someone. I need to get justice.
Yes.
That's why we write, right? Get
Yeah.
everything out of there.
Oh my oh my gosh.
And
That's
so when you're
hilarious.
writing, when you're working on a project, do you need to be in a specific place? Do you have a drink or music or candles? How do you how's your writing vibes?
Yeah, so I need a clean space, so I can't write if the house is a mess. I first need to clean. And then I need to be like alone at my laptop, just like focused. I get easily distracted. And so it's so hard for me to do anything during the day. And at night, I'm so tired. I do really well in the morning. So I'll get up early while everyone's still asleep, and I'll write then. That's like my best time.
It's always good to have
Same.
a schedule if you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. And then do you are you like a plotter, a pantser, or something in between? Are you outlining? What's that process?
I'm a little bit in between. I sort of plot out the story beats just so I know what is happening when. And then it's kind of just like a sentence or two. And when I just open the document, I'll just write and see what happens.
I have a very similar style. I do like a basic kind of timeline, outline, and beats. And then other than that, it's just
Yeah, then it's just go for it. And the characters kind of tell you what's going to
sometimes
happen.
they trick you, and fool you and change their minds.
Sometimes I write something, I'm like, wow, that's good.
Nice.
And like, I didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah. But sometimes they're like, I'm going to do something different. And then you're like,
then you have to
You're like,
change your
okay.
whole
I don't know.
plan. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
just
like,
swing it.
now I don't know what happens next.
Yeah.
How do you come
It's
back from
crazy.
this?
Nobody
Yeah.
knows.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But you get there eventually, hopefully.
It all gets there in the end.
Yeah.
So is writing your very favorite part of being an author, or is there something else you like the best?
In the beginning of writing, when the story is like a new idea and it's fresh, I really like it. But towards the end, I get so exhausted. and my endings just kind of dip. And you can see it in my writing, like it's 1 or 2 pages, chapters at the end. Just like, just end already.
I kind of feel the same way too. Yeah. Yeah.
The same with editing. When I start editing, I'm like, oh, this is so good. I love this. I'm going to change this. And then when I get to the end, I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm still here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we hire editors to like actually look at things and be like, come on, you gotta beef this up a bit, right?
especially when you start reading your story more than once and it becomes blurry and you just don't know where it begins or ends anymore. That's when I'm like, okay, someone else needs to put their eyes on this.
Yeah. Exactly. I've even said that to my editor before. I'm like, I'm not sure if this is a story anymore or just like a bunch of scenes. Here you go. Good luck.
Exactly. You're like, I've done my part.
Exactly. And then, do you do a lot of reader events there in South Africa?
I've done quite a few. I've done some with the libraries, the local libraries in the area, and we're doing that this year as well. And then I've done a few at like our biggest bookstores that's here. And I was at Comic-Con last year, which was quite fun.
That's so cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was really fun because I love Comic-Con. So it was such an honor to be there as a guest.
That's amazing.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
One of my books has a Comic-Con meet cute in it, so I'm a big fan.
I love that.
True. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. At all of these events, what is like something that like a reader has said to you, or even online that they've said to you that really just stuck out to you, like to you? Yeah, it's cats. Oh goodness.
Okay, so we're talking about something a reader said to you.
Said or asked me. Let me think. I feel like a lot of readers have said that they are so glad to see the representation in my books, which has been wonderful for me to hear, and I love being able to do that. I basically write the books that I want to see and read. So if someone else finds it and says that to me, that they've been looking for this, and I'm like, that's all I wanted.
That's awesome. What kinds of representation do you have in your current books?
So in my first 2 books, it's multiracial, interracial relationships and multicultural as well. Both the FMCs in my first 2 books are South Asian. And in my second book, the FMC is autistic. So it was something fairly personal that I wanted to write, and I wanted to express my experience. So I found that when people relate to it and they tell me that they feel that they can connect to her, I'm like, that makes me so happy.
Such an important part about books, I think, just bringing people together and finding connections.
Yeah, and I think for the reader, for seeing themselves in a book, that's so important. The same with like seeing yourself in a series or a movie. It's so great to be part of that and to have readers tell me that. So I think that's definitely one of the biggest reasons that I still do it and keep doing it. Because it's such a special feeling when they tell you that.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. So you have a 7-year-old son, correct?
Yes.
Yes. My kids are a little older now. I have twins. They're 13, but I understand
cute.
like yeah, they're pretty awesome. But they're a little older now, so they're a lot more independent. But I do remember how hard it was when they were younger because they take so much. So how do you balance motherhood and being an author?
It's so funny that this question comes up so often. I don't know if I am balancing it, but I'm trying.
Yeah.
He is really great in terms of the way that he needs me. He loves parallel play. So if I can write and he'll be doing his own thing, he's happy. So I'm like, I can sneak in some writing in between. And it's basically like I said, I wake up so early, so he's still asleep and I'll write then. kind of just finding those gaps. That's essentially how I wrote my books, just in the small gaps throughout my day.
Yes. Whenever you can. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then because you're writing books, like what is your own reader habit? Is like what is like one romance book that you're like, I will tell everybody to read this book?
I actually, I think that she would be so well suited to your books because she writes gaming romance. My friend Shamiz Patel, her second book is coming out in January, Next Level Love. But the first book is also a gaming romance. So the first one is kind of tabletop gaming, and the second one is online to real life gaming. So that is both books, Playing Flirty and Next Level Love. Those are two books that I would always recommend. She's actually the reason that I wrote my books and why I'm even published. So I love her stories, and they always have such like really great heart to them. And the found family amongst the friend group is so beautiful. So always a great read, I think.
That's the fun thing about, like, I write a lot of sports romance, and Albie does too, which are more gaming. But there's a
Yes.
lot of like found family in that community,
So
which
important.
is
Yeah.
great. Yeah. It's just a really nice part of romance books too. You get the relationship, but you also get,
Yes.
you know, the rest of the characters.
Do your characters like in the friend groups have their own books, kind of
Yeah.
like in the series?
Yeah.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah. So the book I'm working on right now is a roller derby romance, and it's a spin-off series from my hockey romance. The female main character is the best friend from the second book in my hockey romance.
Okay.
So
I
yeah.
love that because you always have the little snippets of the
Yeah.
characters that you loved before, and they're like coming in.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yeah. It is, and it's fun to revisit them too, because you get really attached to them when you're writing, and then you
Yes,
move
and
on
you
to the
miss
next
them.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is it okay?
Oh, right. So Nuhaa,
Yes.
with all the different books that you read, because I mean, obviously we're all big readers. Do you have like a favorite subgenre that you like to read?
Ooh, that's a good question. I read all kinds of romance, but contemporary romance is definitely my go-to because I listen to a lot of audiobooks because I listen while I'm working, and that's the only way I'll get any reading done. So it's the easiest to follow. Like if I zone out and I miss something, it's very easy to pick up again. When I'm listening to a fantasy, it's like I've missed so much, and I'm like, I don't know where we are. I don't know who they are.
Yes. Yeah. Feel that.
So contemporary is usually my go-to. Yeah.
And any tropes that you love, like, or micro tropes,
Ooh.
anything that totally makes you swoon?
I love fake dating. I just love the
Yes.
idea of
Yeah.
of putting the
It's a good
show
one.
on for people. It's so good. And one bed. I just love a one bed because, you know, forced proximity and just being put in this position. So good.
Yeah. And all that tension. Yeah. It's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Delicious.
I love some tension. Yes. So good. Do you have like one of your characters that you wrote that you relate to like the most, though, of all the characters you've written?
It's probably the FMC, my second book. I think she is probably the most like me in terms of her personality and her experiences, but not fully like me, but a little bit.
Yeah.
They'll have
Do you ever do that
pieces, right?
intentionally? Where you like choose to put part of yourself or like this tiny little aspect of you into the book?
I did it with that book because that was actually the first story I wrote. It was their story, and it was, you know, your first book is the baby, and like that's your everything.
Yes.
And when I was done, my friend read it, and she was like, "I love it, but the other couple, who are already established in this book, have this, like, they mention their backstory and they mention their struggles, and she's like, but I want to see that. I need their book. And so I wrote book 1 after I wrote book 2.
Oh,
So kind
it's
of
funny
worked
how that works out.
backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've
So I
all
think my
been there.
first, just making things work like a puzzle. So I think book
Exactly.
2 is probably the FMC is the most that I relate to, and also the closest story. It's like my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
That's awesome.
I love that.
Are there any tropes you would not write? Like you're just not into them, so you wouldn't write them?
Ooh, it's a big like discussion on threads at the moment. When people say enemies to lovers in contemporary romance, it's usually not enemies to lovers. It's like rivals to lovers or just grumpy sunshine. But enemies is quite severe, I feel.
Yeah.
Like being an enemy of someone.
Yeah.
I think enemies to lovers works in fantasy, but if you're writing it in contemporary romance, it's kind of just like, oh, they rivals, or they like opposites attract kind of thing. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
I
write the
want more
enemies
like
to lovers
nemesis.
contemporary. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just a term, though, that, just people have
Yeah.
different interpretations of it, right?
Yes,
And that's
yes.
totally
Yeah.
fine, too.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
works. It works. I don't know if I'd write that. I wouldn't write a bullying romance, but that's also, I don't think I'd write dark romance. Not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Just
Yeah.
because it's not something that I want to write or would enjoy.
Yeah.
That's the hard thing. Like, I mean, yeah, because I did write a bully romance, but it was like a light bully romance because I don't think I could do dark.
It's a bit,
Sometimes they're just
yeah.
really mean, and I don't want to do that mean.
You're like, you should be nicer. You like her.
Yeah. That's the problem, right? I kind of want my MCs to just fall in love immediately. That's because I love love.
Yeah.
That's my...
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh man. So you said earlier, like, what character you think is the most you, but would your friends also think that they're the most you as well?
I think so.
Or would they be like, oh nope, you're like this other character? Yeah,
I think so. I think they feel the same way. There's quite a few similarities, so it's like, oh, okay, I see what you did.
Perfect.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I like it.
So does your family know that you write spicy romance, and are they allowed to read it, or your friends as well?
They do. Everyone knows. In my first book, in my dedication, it's to my parents, and it says that they can't read these 2 chapters. And so my mom immediately read those 2 chapters.
Of course.
100%. My mom
like,
keeps
thanks.
wanting to read my books, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
I'm fine. If they wanted to. My mom she's like, no, it's okay.
It's just words.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But my sister, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, they've read my books. So
Nice. I love that.
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Are you eyeing up any of your side characters for a future book that we'll see soon?
So I do have a kind of ideas for my next series. So my Christmas novella is part of this new series, and it follows all the friends of the MMCs of my first 2 books. So it's their kind of friend group and their relationships. So I have like 4 ideas. I just don't have any time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have all these stories. I'm like, oh, I just need to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the author dilemma for sure.
Yeah.
If we could just write faster, that's all I want to do. I just want to write faster.
Yeah. I was like, if I could just plug my brain into my laptop and like let it offload all those ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind meld with your computer. Yeah.
Yes.
It'd be so good.
So when you do finish a book, how do you celebrate your launch of your book? Do you have make big plans? Do you do online things, or do you just kind of hide under a blanket and hope you don't
For my first 2 books, I had launches. That was really fun. It was such an amazing celebration and experience with the readers and my friends and family. But for my Christmas novella, because it was over the festive season, I didn't really do anything because people are on holiday and I was also on holiday. So I was like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like an online celebration.
Yeah, that's all right.
For sure.
So, what is one question that you would like to ask readers? Because for everyone listening out there, we'll be posting this one question to our Instagram so that you can answer it, or you can also respond in the comment section of the YouTube video.
Ooh, one question. That's a good one. What book should I write next?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
That sounds great. Yeah. Do you want to give them like the 4 to pick from, or do you want them to just like go for it?
Ooh, maybe I
It's up
should
to
give
you.
them the 4 options.
Yeah.
So I have it's not all from that series. So I have a YA romance idea, a paranormal romance, or the contemporary romance. So they can choose between those.
Yeah.
One of those 3.
That's it.
Okay.
Vote
That
for your
sounds great.
favorite, and
Vote for
Nuhaa
favorite,
will
and that's what I'll
come through
write
for
next.
you. Yeah.
Perfect. I
Amazing.
love that.
So then we just have one last question for you today. If you could
Okay.
read any trope for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
Ooh. What would it be? I will say fake dating. I've read so many and they are all different. And they're just so fun. Because why are you lying about this? Just love each other. Be together. It's so good.
Yeah.
Because we know that they are in love.
Yeah.
But it's so good every time.
Agreed.
Oh,
Yep. Yeah.
that's a great answer. Yeah.
Thanks.
No notes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No notes.
Oh, man. Well, thank you so much for coming out and letting us peek behind the curtain of your author life,
Thank
Nuhaa.
you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Before we forget, can you tell us, do you know what you're going to write next, or are you just waiting for people to answer in the questions?
I have documents for all 3 books, and I've written like a page for each, and I just don't know where to go next because there's so many ideas. The YA is kind of calling to me because I was obsessed with The Summer I Turned Pretty, and the
Yeah, so good.
ending left me kind of empty, and then I had this idea for a brother's best friend situation. So that is the one that's probably at the top of my list. But if people want something else, I can change course.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll have to have people come follow you on your socials so that they can see when the next one comes out and follow
Yes.
along with that process.
Yeah. So can you tell us the name of your current published books and then where our listeners can find you online? Do you have a website and your social media accounts? All of that.
Okay. So my contemporary Shakespearean retelling romances are Till This Night and Better Once Than Never, and those are on Amazon and KU. And then my Christmas novella is One Turn Two, and that's also on Amazon and KU. But if any of the listeners are from South Africa, they can also order the paperback and the book boxes. But the paperbacks are available on Amazon as well internationally.
That's the beauty of it, right? You can get it everywhere.
I do love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so great. It's been so amazing, like the process and the journey. Because like in what world would I have thought that my books from South Africa would be available in the US and the UK? It's really great. It's
It
amazing.
is. Yeah. And
So
what
awesome.
are your social media accounts?
So my Instagram and threads are Nuhaa Writes, and my TikTok is author Nuhaa Bardien.
Perfect.
I am also on
Awesome.
Pinterest, if anyone wants to see that.
Yeah.
But also my website is nuhaajites.com. So
Perfect.
that's all my
Yeah.
social media links are also on there.
Excellent.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. Of course. Thank you everyone for coming out, getting dirty with us. If you had fun, please leave a review on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. New episodes will be released every Wednesday, and we've got an amazing lineup of authors to share with you.
If there's someone you'd love to see on our podcast, or you've got burning questions for your favorite authors, send us an email to backstagewiththebookbabes@gmail.com or leave us a comment on our social media accounts. You can find us on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Backstage with the Book Babes. And links and applications for authors to join us as guests are at linktree/Backstage with the Book Babes.
You can follow me, Albie Blake, with that handle on social media, specifically Instagram and TikTok.
And you can follow me, Nikki Jewell, and learn about my books at authornikkijewell.com. I'm also on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at NikkiJewell_books.
Thanks again for coming out, joining our party. Keep turning those pages and keep it spicy.
Thank you.
Thanks.